Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dan on Sports. On March 23rd, a significant event is going to take place, the transformation of a ballpark from one major league team to another. What are we talking about? Well, Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida, the spring training home of the New York Yankees, is going to be converted into the regular season home of the Tampa Bay Rays. Why? Well, as most of you know, the roof at Tropicana Field was torn off during a hurricane last year, and so this is going to be the baseball home of the Tampa Bay Rays in 2025. Now, let's get a couple of things straight. The Tampa Bay Rays are not moving out of Florida. I know there are videos day after day on social media. Are the Rays going to move? What's the latest on Tampa Bay? There's this hope among some that they're going to move out west. Dare I say Oakland? It's not happening. Oakland is not going to get another major league franchise. Get over it, Oakland. They're not moving to Salt Lake City. They're not moving to Portland. They're not moving to Nashville. They're going to stay in Florida. But let's talk about the makeover, which starts after the Yankees play their final spring training home game on March 23rd. Rays officials will start moving in just a little bit, but then on the 24th, it's full bore, a 24/7 operation for 4 days. Talking about at least 130 people involved. That includes 5 signage companies with more than 50 installers and a lot of employees from the Tampa Bay Rays. And what are they going to be doing? This is going to be a massive makeover. Well, they're going to cover up or remove anything that represents the Yankees. What are we talking about here? Sponsors, advertisers, and they're going to replace it with Rays sponsors, Rays advertisers, etc. And we're talking about a massive operation here because there are 3,000 pieces involved. That's right. Some signage actually has to be moved next door where the Yankees Single A Club is going to be playing. The Yankees Single A Club normally plays at Steinbrenner Field in the Florida State League, but now they're going to have to play next door. By the way, when you're talking about Steinbrenner Field, you're really talking about an upscale minor league ballpark. You're talking about a mini major league stadium. A mini major league stadium, by the way, where the Yankees have just poured millions of dollars into renovating that ballpark. Millions. And Tampa Bay is getting a mini major league ballpark. So you talk about timing. What will the fans notice? Well, if you see Steinbrenner Field, you know that Yankees sign, the Yankee sign along the first and third base sides is pretty legendary at this stage. That's going to be gone, replaced by RAYS. Concession and merchandising areas will change to sell, obviously, Rays merchandise. In the clubhouse which just had a multi-million-dollar makeover that the Yankees players not only rave about, but had a say in the redesign, well, they're going to remove the NY logo on the ceiling of that clubhouse. And there are subway-style tiles leading to the showers that say, to the Bronx, to Manhattan. As if you don't know this really is still the home of the New York Yankees in spring training. But that will change. What won't change? There is a statue of George Steinbrenner outside of Steinbrenner Field. Do you think they're going to remove that statue for the Tampa Bay Rays? It's not happening. The Steinbrenner statue stays. There's also near the statue an adjacent plaque garden of Yankee greats, sort of a mini monument park. That stays. And you will notice at the end of each row at Steinbrenner Field, on the end row seat is a Yankee logo. There was talk of trying to remove that logo, and Tampa Bay finally said, forget it. We can't do it. It's not going to happen. So that's not going to change. But this is a 24/7 operation because the Rays have to be ready for their home opener on March the 28th. It was supposed to be March the 27th, but because of the hurricane and the change in venue and the massive transformation, they are going to remake the ballpark and move the opening day from March the 27th to March the 28th. Game time, 4:10 p.m. Capacity of Steinbrenner Field, 11,026. The game is not a sellout. Ought to be interesting to see what the Rays draw because Steinbrenner Field, like I said, is capacity of 11,026. It's about 21 miles from Tropicana Field. And the Rays, although they were fourth to last in per-game attendance in 2024, averaged just a shade under 17,000 per game. Will they be able to sell out Steinbrenner Field with a capacity less than that? We shall see. But whatever they draw should not be an indictment on the future of the franchise in Florida. I repeat, the Tampa Bay Rays are not leaving Florida. They might move to the Tampa side of the bay. They might stay in St. Petersburg. Dare I say, they might even move to Orlando. But the commissioner has made it clear, the governor of Florida, and you can tell a politician who's a sports fan from a politician who is not a sports fan, and Governor Ron DeSantis is a sports fan. He played baseball at Yale. I mean, listen to what DeSantis had to say about the future of the franchise in Florida. Here's the governor.
So I'm just hoping that it works out for the folks here in the Tampa Bay area, but certainly from a Florida perspective, we need to have a Major League Baseball franchise in this part of the state. We're one of the fastest growing this is one of the most fastest growing markets in the country. It's already a massive market. There is no way that it can't be successful. And they've made really good baseball decisions over the years compared to some of these other teams that have had more bloated payrolls. So I think it definitely can work. We just got to figure out, they got to figure out what that formula is. But I can tell you this, I have spoken to the commissioner of baseball, Rob Manfred, and he has given me assurances, there is no way they want to leave Florida. They're committed to it working here because we have the fastest growing state. We have all this stuff going. It would not be a good look for Major League Baseball if you ended up doing that. So I'm hoping that this could all get resolved, but I have no doubt. I mean, when the Bucks do well, huge interest, right? The Lightning have generated huge interest. There's no reason why the Rays can't generate really big interest and really big support. But there's certain pieces of the puzzle that just have to be put in place, and there's certain factors that go involved in that in terms of how you get it right.
So there's Governor DeSantis. Repeat, the Tampa Bay Rays are not leaving Florida. They're going to stay in that region, whether it's in the Tampa-St. Pete area or a little bit north in Orlando. But they're not moving out west. They're not moving to Oakland. They're not moving to Portland. They're not moving to Salt Lake City. They're not moving to Nashville. They're not moving to Charlotte. They're staying in Florida. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of videos about the transformation over the next few days. It's going to be remarkable, a 24/7 operation over a 4 to 5 day period. Should be fun to see those videos and follow the Tampa Bay Rays. That's going to do it for Dan on Sports. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to the podcast, the audio version. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my newsletter, which is filled with content throughout the week. To do that, just go to danonsports.com.